about how hip-hop has changed. There's been a distinct revolution and evolution of this form of music. You've been a participant and front seat viewer. How has hip-hop evolved and changed?
Just like anything else. It's the same thing as the 50s had their certain kind of music, then Motown came in the 60s, and then after Motown came in, funk came in from James, and you know, it's the same thing. Things is going to change, but with hip hop music, the thing about hip hop music is that everything comes to hip hop music. You can make West Indian music that comes to hip hop. Classical music you can sample and to make it hip hop. You can make rock music hip hop. You can make pop music hip hop. It's all these different things that could come to hip hop. Where hip hop, you can't go to everything. You can't make a country reggae record. You see what I'm saying? Right. It just won't work. Right. But you can make a country rap record. Right. You can make a Jamaican rap record. You see what I'm saying? So the versatility of what hip hop is bigger than everybody else's, and that's why it overshadowed rock music. You know what I'm saying? Rock music was the thing to beat at one time, but it wasn't versatile. It was just one thing. It was metal, it was hard, and it was what it was. Some people ain't so hard. Some people want neo soul type feeling. Some people want to eat leaves and light incense and listen to Erykah Badu, and you know, sometimes you got, and that's what hip hop does. That's what you could go any direction with it, and that's why it's lasted so long. When people downed it and people said it wasn't going to last and nothing was going to come positive out of it, it made them a liar. You know, and I was able to see all that. So being in the change and seeing the different music change and the different artists change, you know, when you look at an artist like KRS-One or Rakim, these dudes is gods. Right. You know what I'm saying? Big Daddy Kane, these dudes are gods in the hip hop field. Sure. But the kid that's 15 years old, it means nothing to him. Because the kid that's 15 years old, if you're not in his face on 106 in Park or on the internet or right there all the time, it's not relevant to him. Sure. If you teach him, he may like it. If you show him that what you're listening to now comes from this, he'll understand it. But if there's nobody to show him and teach him, if he just see the one thing, then that's what he's going to go on.
How have you stayed relevant?
Because I don't let nobody tell me what I can and cannot do. I don't let nobody tell me, you know, you're getting older when you're going to stop. No, this is music. You do what you want to do. This is not, I'm not no sports dude that's getting beat up on the football field. Sure. Or a boxer that got to end his career. This is music. You stop when you want to stop. And I'm not old. I do what I do. You know what I'm saying? I do what I try to do it. I try to do it better than everybody. You know what I'm saying? That's just my attitude. That's just the way I practice. That's just the way I think. You know, but at the end of the day, that talent got to speak for itself. You know what I'm saying? You could be as long as you want. It's just the talent that speaks for itself. And a lot of dudes that made records don't have that spark with the records anymore. But they have a whole list of a body of work that they done. That if you put them on a stage, they're gonna kill this new dude that has this 1 or 2 records that's out. Sure. You know what I'm saying? You may have 1 or 2 records, you may be hot right now, and that's beautiful. That's a beautiful thing. But don't forget what this dude can do to you with 17, 18 hits back to back.
Right. On that note, let's talk about loyalty.
Yeah.
How important is loyalty?
Extremely important.
In the hip hop community, record business, and in DJing. How important is loyalty?
Extremely. Loyalty is important in every way because it takes very easy to get in trouble and very hard to get out of it. And once you taint, first of all, if you're going to say you're going to do something, then be a man and do it. If you say you can't do it, if you think you can do it and you happen to not be able to do it, then be a man to say that. This industry has that fault with it. It's so fake that people want to be somebody so much, and they want to prove themselves so much, but they really don't have the tools to do it, but they really want to do it, and they don't know how to go about it by trying to incorporate you into what they do. In other words, if somebody walks up to me and they say, you know, I'm this dude and I'm this dude and I'm this dude, that's not what's going to impress me about you. You see what I'm saying? What you did is not, because what you did doesn't necessarily mean it's going to work for me. You know what I'm saying? What's going to work for me is you showing that you care about what I'm doing, what I'm about, not so much what you about. You follow what I'm saying? You caring about what I'm doing and the interests of what I have, and you showing me that what I'm doing really matters to you. And then we can incorporate everything else. But once you show me about you, it's about you. You know what I'm saying? And there's nothing wrong with that. For some people that might work, but I may be in a state of mind where I'm thinking about me right now. You know what I'm saying? And that's just the way it is. But loyalty, once you step out of that, you're not looked at it the same thing. And that's the one thing I try to stay on. I'd rather be respected and broke than be rich and I'm walking down the street and somebody slapped me upside my head because my word ain't bond. You see what I'm saying? And anybody I grew up with, anybody that worked for me, anybody that worked with me, they all know I'm always the same way. I tell the truth. I don't lie. I don't fabricate nothing. I don't give favoritism. I always tell it like it is, and I'm humble in that way. You know what I'm saying? And that's the truth. That's the only have to be said. And that's how a lot of people should conduct their self when you're doing this business. But it's hard to do that when everybody's not on the same page thinking that way. You're dealing with all kind of people that's just crooked and all kind of shit going on out there that's not good.
Humility sounds like to me should accompany loyalty.
Of course. Because what are you going to do? You're going to get in, make a name for yourself, do something to jeopardize the brand, you know, do something to make people look at you like maybe he isn't what he really say he is. You know, and the authenticity of it is what you build up. You built up this legacy. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to do anything to taint that. You know, you don't want to do anything to make it seem like it's a lie. I don't want to do anything to make it seem like people was faked out into believing what you really supposed to be. And that's it. So loyalty brings royalty. You know what I'm saying? Say what you mean what you say, and do what you say you're going to do. And if you can't, be a man and just say you can't do it. And that's it. And if people are with you, they're going to let you know. You're going to see a person like me, somebody like me that's been in the game for as long as I have and did what I did, I can rewrite through you in an instant. In a total instant. That's why the same people that's been with me is still with me. You know what I'm saying? Because they care about my movement. They care. It's not about them. They care. They know that I'm the head. You cut the head off, how the body gonna work? You know what I'm saying? Like,
all perish.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So, and they know that. And at the end of the day, when you got people that do it for nothing, do things that they don't get paid to do, that is not under their job title, you know they got your better interest at hand. You know what I'm saying? And not only do it in a certain period of time, they do it for years. They do it for, you know, and that means something.
We were talking before we started the interview recently in New York, in the Wall Street Journal. Came across an article talking about the popularity of DJs and how much money DJs are making. For example, a DJ can play a music festival and earn up to $1 million. A DJ who's a resident at Las Vegas hot nightclub, part of my dated lingo, could make up upwards of $10 million. How is that going on? Because one is, all right, you pay an artist, this is what I've been saying for years, all right? You pay an artist that got his new record out, all right? This artist comes, his record comes out, it's a hit record. Crowd comes to see him. He asks for this an astronomical amount of money that you got to give him, all these amenities and all these different things that you got to take care of for him. He come and does a record, 2 records with a bunch of people on stage. He's there 15 minutes. Sure. He's
off the stage and he's doing what he's got to do. And then you have this DJ that come, same amount of people. He's there for 2-3 hours, constantly stomping this crowd out, and you want to pay him nothing? You want to pay him, you want to look at him as somebody that's just playing records? But he's doing way more work than this man that just came in for 15 minutes because this man has a recorded record. You're going to pay him that amount of money. You don't want to pay this DJ is paying it. I could play your record better than you could perform your record. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna pay me. You're not gonna pay me what I want. At the end of the day, these people came in here to see me, just like they would come to see that platinum artist. You know what I'm saying? And it's the same amount of people. So you're not gonna pay me the same thing after I just stomped them out for 2-3 hours at a time. This man been here 15 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So that was always my idea. But in order to get that across, you have to be good. Your talent got to be raw. Your talent got to speak for that. You know what I'm saying? It's got to be able to uphold that. And I was able to do that. So that's why I was able to get paid $15,000 to be there for 2 hours. Get paid $18,000, you know, $10,000. Walk through a crowd for $5,000, you know.
Sure.
Right, as a DJ. You know what I'm saying? And that was never done. That was never ever done. And now you look at it, the house DJs, which, no disrespect to the house DJs, there great house DJs out there, Tiesco and David Guetta and Raz, all these dudes is great. But what they do is not really hard. Boom, 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 boom. Clap your hands. Boom, boom. They don't talk on the mic. They don't perform. They don't, you know what I'm saying? And there's no disrespect. But it is what it is. When you come to my joint, you see me sweat, you see me mic, you see a performance. You see me making these people feel better than they did before they came. It's not about the music, it's about me. The music is the tool. You see what I'm saying? The music is what makes the people go, but it's the same thing as somebody have a gun. A gun is not what kills people. People with gun kills people. You see what I'm saying? It's the same thing. The music ain't what's doing it, it's the DJ that's making the music make you wanna act crazy and what you play behind it and all the things that's going with it. So those things are incorporated. As far as the house DJ, now I can go to their thing and do their thing very well. Very, very well. And I'm after y'all anyway. Don't get it twisted. Mr. Guetta and Tiesco and Deadmau5. I'm after y'all dudes. I want y'all to know that. But like I said, I can go to their thing and make it extreme. You know what I'm saying? But these dudes are making a lot of money. They playing in places that Akon came to me in Atlanta one day, and he said, "Kid Capri, everybody knows you. Go over to Europe and sell out the stadiums by yourself." He said, "Them dudes is over there selling out stadiums by themselves. They don't do half of what you do. Go over there and you can sell them out by yourself." And so that's where my focus is right now, to go over there and show them where it really come from, where with the real essence of being the superstar, trying to be the superstar DJ. This is the full package of it. You don't need nothing but this one person to satisfy everything. And that's why the DJ is so big. It ain't me. It ain't only me. It's a whole, there's dudes that came before me that had names. You know what I'm saying? It's just that I took it to a level that nobody ever took it. That's all it was. And you know, it worked out.